And welcome to the first week as I'm joined by our special guest, Superbot in the background, of episode 2, Revenant, and week 1. How's everybody doing? For those wondering, the VOD for the stream that I just did will be live on YouTube Friday afternoon or Friday morning around noon, depending on time and other content. With that said, though, for those new here, Weekly Update is a series where I just go through the various rotators for the core playlists, the exotic missions, raids, etc., as well as cover what is the current Bright Dust offerings in the Eververse store. Never touch any silver. However, with it being a new episode, I will cover some of the new offerings that are available with Revenant. That said, time to dive in and check out what is the rotators for this week, shall we? Alright, first off, over in the Vanguard playlist, the current Nightfall is the Light Blade Strike. So you'll have your Unstoppable and Barrier champions. And the weapon this week is the Undercurrent. For those interested, I'll have a link below going over that you can go to check out the various roles on the weapon. Nothing for Gambit as per usual. Over in Crucible, however, we have Supremacy this week. So great. If you need it, if you prefer Supremacy, great way to take care of it. Alright. In the Legends tab for our exotic mission is Starcross this week. So if you need to get the Wish Keeper, my body, time to do that, as well as get the various catalysts for it. Our rotating stuff like the raids and dungeons. First off, in the Dreaming City is both the Last Wish raid and the Shadow Throne dungeon. So if you need either of those exotics, quest line for this or just random RNG for 1,000 voices, great, we did get that knocked out. And then over on the moon, the current dungeon there is Duality. So if you're still looking for the exotic weapon from that that dungeon, or its catalyst, once again, great time to do that. Then over in the Savathun's Thrall World, the raid here for this week is the Vow Disciple. So if you're still looking for a collective obligation or is getting its catalyst, there you go. And then while we're in Savathun's Thrall World, the current daily lost sector is Extraction. So you'll need your Overload and Unstoppable Champion mods, so you can get that cleared out very easily. Alright, then lastly over on Neptune, our current Terminal Overload is in here over in Zephyr Concourse, and our Incursion Zone is in Living Harbor. Alright, also, with it being a new episode, we have new seasonal challenges as well as new quest lines. Currently not having the quest lines on me at this time, but once you open up the game or pick your character, you'll be launched into a cutscene followed by the first part of the prologue quest. So, very straightforward on what to do from that point forward. So let's go ahead and dive in and check out the various quests, shall we? Alright, so various seasonal challenges. So for week 1, we have Missions of Mercy 1. Complete part 1 of Act 1, ℕ𝕚𝕚 Rescue. Handle with care. Craft volatile tonics in Eido's Tonic Laboratory. Herbalist, collect reagents used to make tonics in Eido's Tonic Laboratory. Defensive Technician, repair the ADU by depositing scrap in Onslaught Salvation. And there is 2 versions. There's the 10 wave and the 50. Keep in mind, the normal 50 caps at 230, and the expert 50 caps at 2065. So, completing it right now may be a little bit of a challenge. You may want to wait to get your power level up. Onslaught Banes, defeat Bane and power combatants in Onslaught. Path to Victory, complete Pathfinder Pass this season and collect their Pinnacle rewards. And remember, all 3 core playlists have their own Pathfinder track, so probably much easier to clear out right now. And then lastly, Arcing Sparks, defeat Guardians with arc damage in the Crucible. Alright, that is it for our seasonal challenges and our quest stuff. So let's go ahead and dive in and check out our newest weekly offerings in the Eververse store for Bright Dust, shall we? My apologies. So first off, we have the Eagle's Gloves from Seraph for Warlock. We then have the DIY Forge Master from Chosen, because everyone needs to craft a Telesto. The Infinity Door Projection from Splicer. Twisting Strand shader from Echoes, which was one of the paid shaders from last episode. Then lastly, the Atlantic Rush shader from Drifter. Alright, on our Brightlist page, we have the Gardening Guardian emote from Echoes. Alright, we then have the Pumped Up Dance emote from Echoes. The 9 Shell from Echoes, from the Xur set last episode. The Colonel's Lament ship from Echoes. I'm not even sure, whatever Sparrow this is from Echoes. My apologies. The Vast Expanse weapon ornament for Microcosm from Echoes. Echoing Portal projection from Echoes. Alright, up next we have the Chitin Slate shader from Undying. The Neopop Wave shader from, I want to say Warmind, but I know I'm wrong. We have the Copper Brand shader from Hunted, or Season of the Hunt, which gives you, depending on what you're wearing, a very much a B pattern. So would recommend changing the headpiece first. The Lion's Pride shader from Lost. Then we have the Chrysalis Entrance tournament effect from Lost as well. The Canfire tournament effect from Plunder. And lastly, the Dreaming Shimmer tournament effect from Plunder. Alright. Now, lastly, for the the seasonal offerings. So first off, we have the Taken collection. So first off, the Deep Whisper Ghost Shell. The Distant Transfer ship. And lastly, the Blightspeed Sparrow. Then we have this seasonal's shaders, which don't forget, more than likely it will be purchasable with Bright Dust next episode. We have the Sanguinus, which, depending on what you're wearing, gives a very cool effect. Necrotic Static shader. Not even going to try saying this one. But Seafoam-ish, in my opinion. And then lastly, the Mod Cerise. Again, these shaders will more than likely be available for Bright Dust next season, so if something, I definitely would wait, depending on. And then feel free to pause and see what else. We also have new ornaments for Ace of Spades, Forerunner, Galahorn, Quicksilver Storm, and Centrifuge. Along for Warlocks, along with Fallen Star and Cenotaph Mask. Alright. So that is it for the first week of Revenant. Hope you all have a wonderful time mixing various tonics, enjoying the new setup for Onslaught. And I will see you in this video, baby. Goodbye.